Open up now.
You don't look so good, Mom.
Nothing a big old kiss from you won't fix.
Is humanity under attack by an unseen force?
Something is stalking our city, wreaking destruction and then disappearing without a trace.
Are we all destined to be victims of the same fate?
Be prepared, right? I'm going to do this, guys. Listen, I do not follow theory, okay? I can't stress that enough. I don't follow theory. But, folks, this world is not quite what you think it is. And I know this could come with some repercussions, but here's what's happening. You all know about the recent information that's been in Congress. You all know about that. You know about the ongoing discussions to bring forward some very critical information that tells of man's history here on this earth, which is nothing like you thought it was.
Oh, Boomer, it's forbidden.
Hey, Clive.
Hey!
Clive!
Welcome to the WTF Files. The ultimate aim of all science, to penetrate the unknown. The greatest mystery is right here, right under our feet. These are the stories that will make you say, WTF.
We are alone, orphan children, cursed, to struggle by the sweat of our brow to survive. Damned if I don't do everything it takes to do just that.
There are those in the world who would choose to believe that there is no heaven above, nor a hell below. That angels and demons are nothing but a fairy tale created to keep humanity in line by the ancient leaders of the past. That theory is about to change.
You guys are going to find out that the people who have been suppressing change with people because they really thought people could not handle it. You know about the information that's coming forward from a guild, I guess you could say, of geologists and scientists. These are the guys who make things happen. And all of a sudden, they're coming forth with information that they have on giants and mountains and all sorts of things. But try not to jump ahead. They're coming out with this because the earth is undergoing changes. And the ancient world is not so ancient anymore, right? Let me give you an example of something. You guys know about those folks who said that the face huggers, snatchers, whatever they call them, were terrorizing these people, right? Well, you know, some new photographs. Well, I'll say not photographs, but some new video coverage is coming out. Certain individuals have been trying to suppress that video coverage coming out, and they had to be very careful with this. But it's coming out. Why? Because that information is not classified at all. At all. It was not minors. Here, part of the information is this. Some of the minors that were trying to, some of these people who were trying to suppress, scared these people away. The Navy got rid of those individuals, seized their equipment. There were no, jetpacks or anything else among that, right? None of that was there, but they do have something else. They actually have something else. Also, Homeland Security, lots of liaisons from different countries showed up, right, in Peru in an attempt to appease the people somehow. But this is an ongoing issue. Also, this issue is not new. This issue started about 600 years ago, according to their own culture and history. So a lot is coming forward. And these people are being talked to in more than one way. So you hear this public side, or I'll say the internet side of things. But there's a whole different side. right? And it's not going to be suppressed from the people. That will get out. They don't want the people in Peru to have heart attacks, but they can avoid that. That's going to be an issue. That's going to be something people are going to have to cope with. But there's something else you're going to have to cope with. The new technologies that have been in development are about to be commercialized. Nobody saw that one coming. Well, some of you guys did. But some of the new technology is going to be quite common to you guys, right? Some of the contributions, the scientific breakthroughs of CERN, they're going to be using that. One of the main reasons CERN is doing what it's doing is they're trying to mimic something they already have. And they are, well, let's say they've done it pretty much. Okay? Now, as far as most of those theories, like they're trying to open gates and this, that, they need not do that. Gates are open already. Just in case you haven't noticed. Everybody on Earth, if you notice, they're being somewhat preserved for something. I'll say this. I'm not scaring anybody, but I'll say this. The Bible isn't joking when it says, during the end times, at a specific time, men will seek death, but will not find it. They will desire to die, but death will flee from them. Well, everybody thinks it's going to be this awesome future, right? The degradation of many religious beliefs are going to collapse almost overnight. People will not be able to handle the type of culture that's coming fast and furious. Certain lies are going to be found out. The people you guys are familiar with, their stories are coming out. You will not like them. I'm going to just cushion it a little bit. You're not going to like what comes out about your favorite folks. You're not. You're not. You're really not. But it's, it's one of those necessary things. And it really pays to understand the money system, why they do what they do, right?
Thank you to Satan for giving me inspiration on how to play this role.
He came to see me on a rooftop in New York. I said, "Hey, can I talk to you?" And he said, "Sure." And he floated in sideways, and it was like one of those old vampire movies where they don't walk but they glide. And he just sat down in a chair next to me, and it kind of frightened me.
I'm sitting on the rock, and he says to me, "How you doing, blah, 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 blah." And I start to talk to him, and I go, "Well, are you staying here at the resort?" He goes, "No, you know."
Did he know who you were?
Yes. And I go, I said, "Are you staying here at the resort?" He goes, "No." He goes, "You know who I am." I said, "No, I don't." He goes, "Of course you do. You've called to me many times on the air." I said, "What are you, I figured the guy's insane." I said, "Who are you?" He goes, "Well, the names you call me, I don't like. I don't go by those names." So we played this game for 5 minutes. Now I'm getting a little nervous because the guy's kind of kooky. And he tells me he's Satan.
It's also going to pay you guys, some of you younger folks, start listening to the pleas, to the cries of your favorite artists. Start doing that. You have people out there crying to get out of what they got into. And they're trying to warn everybody they can. They are. But I have to warn you, they're going to seem crazy and ludicrous and out of their minds. If they seem crazy, you might want to listen to them. If they seem sober and everybody likes them, right? Those are the very people who are stuck, and they are ruthless at their core. But if they are being thrust aside, if they seem a bit loony, you might want to listen to them, young folks, right? Listen to them, not to their immoral things, but their cry to get out.
That was 9 months ago. I was on TikTok Live, and I was living in my baby mother's crib, taking care of my baby, and I sold my soul.
You might want to listen to them. You might want to do it quickly, because you may not know this, but the same thing that has them trapped is hovering over your head. but they're about to become very obvious. Demonic entities. A demonic entity, and I have to say this is my opinion. All these aliens, this UFO stuff, all it is the same old characters under a different disguise, attempting to do the same thing. These demonic entities that people deal with, these evil spirits, period, in the earth, that sneak around, that seem to be lost, that portray themselves to be children or loved ones. They are the same characters who followed Satan a long time ago, just wrapped up in a different package. They're doing the exact same thing. They come in the exact same way. It's almost like when darkness comes, the mischievous side of people arises. They start doing mischievous things. Well, guess what? They still operate under the same creator, so they would have a different moral set, right? They don't. These things are sneaky, right? You guys are going to find out when things are declassified even further, that one of the reasons they didn't want people to know about UFOs and all these things, because there were about 5 different interactions that took place. See, some people think they're nice and charming and all this, that, and the other. Other people have seen body parts in the craft, right? They know for a fact that these things manipulate life forms. Every nefarious thing that mankind does, why does it match the deeds in the Old Testament of Satan? Why? The exact same things that mankind, right, has a strong desire to do in his with immorality is the exact same things the fallen angels taught mankind in the book of Enoch, right? How could the book of Enoch just nail? I mean, they put a nail on the head of the activities of all the wickedness that's in the earth precisely right now. Even the new stuff that's happening to people, right? The desire set that is described, same thing. Same thing. So mankind is being influenced. And when you see them, they convey emotions, right? Your primary language, all of you, is emotions. It's your primary language. Emotions, and they can speak to you by way of emotions and shake you to the core of your soul. They can. They have that effect. Why? Because you're not used to it. Because they catch you off guard. Because you're not prepared for that. Because you're living in the tangible world, right? You expect specific things. You're not used to anybody breaching that physical realm down into your soul unless you have a dream. If you've had a dream where you were shocked to the core of your soul, then you know what I'm talking about, right? But they have black eyes and they are all over the place. They're everywhere. They are. Listen, I'm not trying to convince anybody. I don't want you to be convinced by me. I don't want that. I want us to have a common thread with prophecy, especially revelation. And why? Because of the days you live in. That's why. That's why.
These are the WTF Files. Subscribe today and be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Thank you for watching the WTF Files.